Hey Killer Bees, it's Pahla B from PahlaBFitness.com, and on tap today I've got day 12 of the Weight Loss for Women Over 50 series, and today is cardio yoga. I know it's an unusual combination, but I promise we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. There's absolutely no jumping. There are no transitions to the ground, and you can use a yoga mat if you want to, but other than that, there's no equipment either. When you're ready for this one, I'm totally ready. Let's go! All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. And that means that we're going to start with our normal warm-ups with arm circles and high knees. And you guys, yes, I know that yoga is a very dynamic stretch, like all by itself. So why in the world do we still need to do our warm-up? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I love the warm-up. It is a very Pavlovian thing. It puts my mind and my body in absolutely the right place to get ready for any kind of a workout. But also, I really wanted to chat with you a little bit before we get going, because I'm not going to say I'm going to be quiet. You're 12 days in. You've already noticed I talk a lot. You either love that or you hate it. If you're here on day 12, I'm going to assume that you at least don't hate it. I'm going to try, because this is yoga today, to be encouraging, but also to be a little bit quiet so that you can feel the poses, you can feel your body, you can pay attention to your body and the different stretches and the different ways that we're moving today. Let's go ahead and do our arm crossers with booty kickers. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how cardio yoga is 100% outside my norm. This is a stretch for me, and both literally and figuratively. And I thought that was so important for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I wanted us both to get a little bit of variety in our workouts. You know, it's a good idea to do something a little bit different every day, just to keep your mind and your body engaged in your fitness journey. But also, really specifically, I wanted you to see me not knowing what I'm doing. Truly, some of these poses are going to be really hard for me. Even explaining them isn't going to come off my tongue the way that all of the other exercises that we do tend to at this point. I've been doing this for a long time. I know that I make some of it look easy. And I also know what it's like to be a beginner and to follow somebody who's making everything look easy and to feel clumsy and awkward and not sure, and how it's kind of frustrating when the person who's making it look easy makes it look so darn easy. So today, welcome to my home. Welcome to me being outside of my element. Welcome to something different that I hope we both really enjoy. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, yes, I have the timer going even for a yoga workout. Here's what I know about myself, friends. I talk a lot. Again, you probably already noticed. And I also don't count well when I'm trying to talk to you about form and pulling in your core and remembering to breathe and all those things. I know darn well that I just need the timer to keep me on task. This is for both of us. It's so that you don't end up holding a pose for 4.5 minutes while I'm going on about something that happens to pop into my head like things do when we're working out together. So the timer is to keep both of us on task. Here's what it looks like. I've got the timer set for 30 seconds of cardio work plus a 15-second hold, which means that whatever position we're in, there is a hold position that we're going to do for the 15 seconds. So we're going to get started with tree jacks, which is tree pose with our arms doing jumping jacks. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. I am going to very intentionally think about standing on my left foot for the first hold. This is a no repeat workout today. So we're going to, almost all of my exercises are single-sided. This one is, I'm going to try very hard to hold on my left side first, and then we'll do the cardio again, and then I'm going to hold on the right side second. Totally up to you. You are welcome to get your difficult side out of the way. Oh my gosh. When it beeps again, we're going back to cardio. Excellent job. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's what it feels like today. Some of these poses are going to be tough. Some of them are very balancy. This first one, I kind of wanted to get the balance almost out of the way because I knew that was going to be super difficult for me, even with 15 seconds. When it beeps again, we're going to hold on the other side. And I'm going to tell you now that after that, we're going into, oops, let me go ahead and do this. Rotate your shoulder blades back and down. Core is in tight. Breathing. And here we go into Crescent Lunge, which is a deep back lunge, plus hands and knees up, or one knee up. Now I very naturally and unintentionally started on my dominant side. Oh, that's funny how that happened. Didn't even think about it. This is how your body moves, my friend. So when it beeps, apparently I'm going to be standing on my right side with knee up. You could also hold in the lunge down position. Either one is fine. When it beeps, we'll do the other side. And here we go on the other side. Oh my gosh. So lunging down, it's a big step back plus a step forward. Oh my gosh. Well, not really stepping forward, but coming up with your knee up and your hands up. Awesome job. The very act of having your hands up over your head, moving at whatever pace you can manage with balance, is cardio, my friends. This is how we do low impact cardio. And then up into this hold. And down we go. Okay, triangle pose. Oh my gosh, it means that we're reaching down. Feet are a little bit wider, in fact a lot wider than hip width apart. Sliding your hand down and pushing that hip out. Feeling that stretch on your inner and outer thigh while working your entire hip complex. Always having one hand up overhead is how we're getting cardio. When it beeps, I'm going to stand on my left side and we're doing a flying half moon hold. Leg is up. Core is in tight. When it beeps again, back to those triangles, feet down. Excellent job. Stretch and work. Stretch and work. When it beeps again, I'm going to hold, for me, on my right side, really pulling in your core while we're in that posed position. Oh my gosh, thinking really hard about holding on to your core and your balance. So for me, my right side, coming over to wherever you can balance. And here we go into warrior jacks. For me, that means my left leg is going to be planted, coming down into warrior, up into not really a jumping jack at all, but having hands overhead and feet together. Thinking about where we're landing this warrior pose. Your knee is not coming over your toes. We're down, settling our hips down. Hands coming out to the side. When it beeps again, we're going to pose. Oh, perfect timing. Settle in. Excellent. And then we're going to think about that on the other side too. So warrior, up into not a jumping jack, down into warrior, up into hands up. My friends, nothing about these poses is easy, but we're doing our best. Wherever you can get to is where you can get to. You might have a lot of yoga experience and this might be incredibly simple for you. I hope so. Here we go in a hold pose. Core in tight. tailbone tucked under. Coming up next is forward fold. So hands up, down into a forward fold with your hands up, up, up behind you. That is going to be our held position. Forward fold all the way over with your hands pulled up as far behind you, reaching towards the ceiling as possible. Thinking about having your core in tight, squeezing from your glutes when we stand up from that folded position. So down into the hold. Excellent job. Keeping those feet together, we're coming down into a chair hold and standing up, having hands up overhead, really thinking about getting your biceps next to your ears without bringing your head forward, but pulling your hands back. That is, of course, going to be our hold position. I keep trying to squat lower and lower, and the fact is, in order to get my hands up overhead, I can't get that low. Wherever you can get to, we're holding on to. When it beeps again, we're coming up into another hold. We're going to start with those tree jacks again, but round 2, we're holding first. This is our built-in finisher, my friend. The entire second half of our workout today is the finisher. We're holding this tree pose, and when it beeps, we're doing 15 seconds of cardio. Awesome job. Pull in your core. Knee is soft but strong. Excellent. Oh my goodness. This got real tough for a not fast moving workout. When it beeps again, this one's quick. We're going to hold on the other side. The long interval is the hold interval. Thinking about your standing leg being soft but strong. Core is pulled in tight. For me, my hands are low this time. I wasn't thinking about it. I prefer my hands low though. My shoulders are feeling an all standing workout. When it beeps, going back to that cardio for a very brief amount of time. Excellent job. These tree jacks. When it beeps again, I'm going to think about being on my left foot. We're going into that crescent lunge with the high knee, but we're starting with the hold. You decide, do you want to hold in the lunge or do you want to hold in the hands up? I want to hold in the hands up, knee up. Really thinking about holding on to your balance by pulling in your core. Your knee is soft but strong. Abs are pulled in tight, glutes are engaged, shoulders are engaged. Breathing. Stepping back into that crescent lunge, up into that high knee. This is cardio. My heart is pounding no matter how fast we're going. When it beeps again, we're going to hold on the other side. Excellent job. Change your balance. Find what works. This long hold really gives you a chance to settle in. Think about your core. Think about where your body is in space. And here we are into cardio again. Excellent job. Okay, you guys, it's not getting easier. Coming up next, we're doing that triangle, but we're doing the Halfmoon Pose first as a hold. I'm going to start on my left leg down on the ground, coming down into that hold. You can go a lot lower if you are more flexible than me. You can stay a lot higher if you are not. Leg is soft but strong. Glutes are engaged. Core is engaged. Back is engaged to keep your hands outstretched. Excellent. Feet are a little bit wider, in fact, a lot wider than hip width apart. Here we are in that triangle. Hand is up, other hand slides down your leg. When it beeps again, I'm going to be on my right side for that long pose. Here we go. Excellent job. Nice. Holding in that core, remembering to breathe. Finding your balance. Excellent. And then here we are with those triangles. When it beeps again, we're coming into that warrior pose. I'm going to have my left foot out. Oh, hands will be outstretched. And so here we go in that left foot out position. Hands are outstretched. Feeling that bent knee, that thigh on that side, really doing the work. Remembering to hold in your core. Feeling the work in the straight leg glute as well. Awesome job. Coming up into a non-jumping jack when it beeps. Excellent. Feeling that work. Hands come up, hands come out to the side. Trying to land as softly as you can. It's not easy, but doing your best. And then here we go on the other side. Bent knee for me is my right. Arms outstretched. Rotate your shoulder blades back and down. Open up your chest. Pull in your core. Glutes are engaged. Thighs are engaged. Excellent job. Awesome. Coming up into that non-jumping jack, down into warrior. Feeling this significantly more in my shoulders here during the finisher. When it beeps again, we're doing that forward fold with our hands up to the ceiling, the hold first. So come all the way down, bring your arms up, 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 palms up towards the ceiling. Really sink into this one. Straighten your legs if you can. Core is pulled in tight. Shoulders are engaged, making sure your arms are straight without being locked. Remember to breathe. And then up. Awesome job. You guys, the next one's the hardest one. We're coming down into that chair pose hold for the 30 seconds. This is our finisher within the finisher. Hands up, feet together. I very automatically wanted them to come apart. Wherever you can sink into this, as low as you could go. Think about rotating your shoulder blades back and down. Biceps are next to your ears without your head pulling forward. Thighs are engaged. Remember to breathe. And then here we come up into the cardio version, which is not easier. Hands get to come up and down though. Excellent job. You guys, the next time it beeps is the last time it's going to beep. We're going to do some cool down stretching after yoga, after we already stretched, right? I'm going to get started, oh my gosh, with the chest opener. And that big hug. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know, we've been talking this whole month about moderation and making sure that we're staying within ourselves, making sure that our effort level is about the same. And yet sometimes it's really hard to tell with a really different kind of workout like that. For me, the intensity wasn't necessarily the work that we did while we were doing it. I know for a fact then I'm gonna feel that work later. That was all body weight strength, my friends. Sometimes strength workout, we talked about this when we did our strength workout with dumbbells, but sometimes strength workouts don't feel intense in the moment, but feel very intense later. My friends, what a great job you did today. I am so proud of you and so impressed, and I hope that this was easier for you than it was for me, frankly. That was a little bit scary for me, but we made it through. We survived. Let's go ahead and do some arm circles. I know we did it backwards this time, but I could not for the life of me put my hands up over my head after all of those hands up poses that we just did. Oh my gosh, what a great, great job you've done today. If you would like more stretching, I mean, I know that was a lot of stretching, that was a lot of cardio, that was a lot of body weight strength, that was a lot of different today. But if you do like an extended cool down, if your heart rate is up, I have one here for you on screen up at the top. On the other side, on the top of the screen, is going to be the playlist of all of these workouts for weight loss for women over 50. So far, there's only 12. By the end of the month, there will be all 31 that you can come back to again and again and again. On the bottom of the screen is the letter P. That's an invitation to go over to Patreon, where you can make a monthly pledge that helps me make free workouts for all of us. And thank you so much for that. On the other side of the screen, that's me. That's a subscribe button. If you are not already subscribed, make sure that you click that and the bell notification so that YouTube lets you know every time I put up a new workout. Thank you so, so much for being here with me today, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow.